First, starting off with some of the major topics that we covered in this course, including warm-up, stretching, cardio, strength, and endurance. So beginning with warm-up, no matter what activity that you are doing, it's important to properly warm up your body, whether that be your arms, legs, full body, it doesn't matter. Warm-up is the first thing that you should do, including stretching to make sure that you're preventing injury, as well as getting your body warmed up in terms of raising the heart rate, getting the blood flow going, things like that, to ensure that your body is properly prepared for a workout. No matter how in shape that you are, everyone can do a little bit better to be in shape, and that all starts with the proper workout. Specifically with stretching, we see it reducing a lot of overuse injuries, as well as strains and pulls in different muscle groups. If you take a hamstring, for example, if you're stretching out your legs prior to going on a run in the cardio department, then you're preventing or lowering your chance of getting these injuries. Moving on to cardio, heart disease is one of the leading diseases in this country, and one way to combat that is to do cardio, whether that is running, elliptical, being on the bike, aerobics, anything like that. Getting in your cardio every day, even if it's just 10 or 15 minutes, would be great. Preferably it would be about 30, just to make sure that your body remains and stays healthy for as long as possible. Strength is a little bit misconstrued in this country. Strength and endurance, some people think, are the same thing. Endurance is for how long your body can sustain an activity or an exercise at the same weight, and strength is to see how much your body can do at once. So you can be strong without having a lot of endurance, and you can have a lot of endurance without being strong. We see a lot of strength in weights and free weights and lifting and curling and that kind of thing. And endurance, we can see that too in body lifting, in body different competitions, or as well as just in different races. A lot of runners are really great endurance, and that is something that is very different and covers different parts and different systems in the body. The last thing that we talked about in this course was body composition. The United States is one of the most obese countries in the world, and we have a very high fat in our body composition, which is similar to a BMI that everyone can calculate to see if you're overweight, underweight, or at your correct weight. But I'm going to be transitioning into showing you a few different exercises and what they do for warm-up, stretching, cardio, strength, and some endurance ones as well that are easy and you can do at home, and I'm in my bedroom and I'm able to do it here. Alright, so starting with some different warm-up techniques, we're going to do arm circles. So this is great to open up your back a little bit, get your shoulders moving. We see it a lot when we're running to get those shoulders nice and warmed and ready for rotation. Next we're going to do hip rotations, outward hip rotations to get the hip flexors stretched and be able to move those. Personally, my hip flexors run close to my bone, so whenever I work out, it's important to get my hips opened and in rotation. Next, you can do some jump ropes. This is a beginning cardio, as well as getting that heart rate up a little bit more than the other exercises. And then next we're going to be moving into stretching. Alright, so in this we're going to start by stretching out our arms, which is similar to what we did in the warm-up, but here we're going to be trying to pull that shoulder as far over as we can, really getting that loose. This is also something popular that you can see done in yoga, just so that you get all your joints nice and warmed up. Now we're going to lean over to the leg. You get a really good stretch in your hamstring. This is also working a little bit on flexibility, so how far your muscles can bend in different directions. Then we're going to switch to the other side and do the same thing. You can also go in the middle and stretch over, and this gets both hips at once, which is really great. Alright, so I'm going to be showing you two different cardio exercises that you can do at home. The first is going to be doing jumping jacks. So you really want to try and extend those arms over your head at the same time as your feet. This gets your heart going. It is a good beginning exercise for cardio as well as just some good cardio. The next would be high knees. So this simulates running. All right, and those are two different cardio exercises. Okay, for strength and endurance, I'm going to show you the same exercises and then explain how you can turn them into different endurance ones. So starting off, you can just do a plank. So you want to make sure that the butt as well as the knees are in line, and so is the head, so it's not up in downward dog, but flat. You can do these for 30 seconds intervals, see as long as you can do them, which would tie into endurance. You can also put plates on your back to test the strength in your arms, which is a really great idea, and different things like that. The second is just going to be your simple push-ups. So again, in that plank position, down, up, or you can bend the knees, down, up. Make sure you're putting all of that weight onto your arms. You can modify that by doing a clap in between and doing as many as you can to make it a little bit better of an endurance exercise.